welcome again to another edition of my new YouTube channel. Thanks for all my subscribers, thanks for all the likes, thanks for all the comments.
So hi guys, and welcome to another edition of my YouTube channel. So I'm currently using an improvised lighting system because where I'm at, I don't have my ring light obviously, so I have to use the next best thing that I've got. So the holidays are coming up and a lot of people are out doing their stuff, doing their shopping, doing whatever it is that by the way, before I go on any further, where people get money from so when December is coming up? Like, how you do it? How do you people do it? Because even at this grand age that I'm at, I still don't figure out how I need to save for December. Like, how do I save for December? I don't know, December time, the people them come right out with them spending money. But I like me, you know. I have enough people to bury my love. My family I get old. Yeah, my family them I get old, and most of the uncle them kids I want to have nothing to do with them. So you know, so all that is gonna come down on my mom. And from all that drop down on my mom, it's gonna extend to us while their kids are having a joyous time. I don't know what the issues are between them and their kids, and that's not my problem. Because I have my own parents, my dad has passed, but I have my own mom to worry about the issues that we have. So I'm not gonna think about what issues my uncles and his kids have. But it's just quite sad when you hear men boast of having so many kids. Oh, I have 13 pitney, 2 over there, so 3 over there, so 5 over there, so or whatever. And oh, I just discover another child I didn't know. Like, they brag about these things. They brag about these things. But when push come to shove, because they were not in their kids' lives, the children them now go in them life when they need them the most. And most times, that is not even the easiest part. Is the part when you're sick and you want medication, you don't have none of your kids them around to assist you, or you did not make enough preparation. And let's face the facts, it's not a lot of us find ourselves in a situation where we can have life insurance and where we can have certain things taken care of. A lot of us are hand to mouth, and a lot of black people, I should say, they don't make preparations for the inevitable, right? Because we all have to die, let's face that. And I don't understand why people would want to put others in such a precarious position where we're not left with a dead body where we have to sort it out. We make government bury the family, you know? Because I know we are out in the time I want to come stress me out in my old age. And now when uncles, right now I have 2 uncles, both of them find themselves with illnesses not of their faults, but because they weren't great fathers to their kids, the kids now pay them no mind. You understand me? I cannot do that because it's my uncle or my uncles, and though I don't expect to receive financial aid or assistance from them because I have my own parents to do that. So it's a bit different. I look at it a bit different. But at the end of the day, we all have to do what we have to do. And I'm not going to do more than what I can do, you know. Whatever I can do to help my mom, I will do that. But I'm not really going to go above and beyond. Like, I'm not going to put myself at a disadvantage just to help someone else. If I can do that, then I will do it. And if I can't, I just won't do it. But anyway, guys, enough about me rambling on about some of these everyday activities that some of us are faced with. Guys, I was watching I saw a clip on the internet with RFK. He's one of the Kennedys. He's a Republican. Trump has recently choose him. Well, the word is bouncing around in the internet space, in the political space, where RFK is gonna be getting one of those big jobs in Donald Trump administration. I think it's something to do with medicine, healthcare, something or the other. I think he's gonna be. You guys can always go.
Yo, I just saw that Donald Trump appointed RFK Jr. head of the Department of Health and Human Services. Yo. Yo, this country is so cooked, bro. I can't. This country is so fucked. Y'all thought COVID was bad? Oh my God. Oh shit, bro. Ain't no fucking way this is our reality, bro. Ain't no fuck. Ain't no way this is our fucking reality, bro. Oh my God. Yo, bro. Somebody gotta wake me up out of this matrix ASAP, bro. Where the fuck is the red pill, dog? Cause ain't no fucking way, bro. This shit cannot be real. Where the fuck is Morpheus, man?
Research, it is on Google, but something of the sort he's gonna be responsible for, according to what is being floated around on the internet. Now I saw where he was giving I wouldn't say speech, but he was having I don't know if it's a conversation, but because he was the only one speaking and all those people were just looking like this. Anyway, he had a session with some black folks. I think they're Black American, obviously, because it must have to be, because they're the one going through whatever political thing that's affecting them. And he was explaining to this group of black people, maybe about 8 people sat around, and this man was telling them how they can teach their kids to be resilient against racism.
Change that part of human nature. What you can do is you can make kids resilient against it. And the way you do that is by giving them a great education so that they know that they have potential. And the other thing is to give them business models, role models, and opportunities within their own neighborhood. You know, black men who are running barbershops, who are running bars.
So they're thinking that they need to change up the way that the education system is run so that blacks don't feel undermined, is that the right word, or less than, don't think lower of themselves. They need to basically what he's saying, they need to don't make racism bother them. So instead of looking what the cause of the racism is, so he acknowledges that the racism is there. He clearly states that the racism is not going nowhere. But instead of acknowledging the problem and how to fix it,
who are running bars, who are running dance studios, who are running local businesses, restaurants, etc., and who are part of that community. And you know, when I was a kid, my uncle was the first Irish Catholic president of our country, and when he ran for president, there was a tremendous resurgence in anti-Catholic sentiment in this country, and a resurgence of the Ku Klux Klan.
the problem of the racism that they face, that's not what he sees as the right thing. What he sees as the right thing is how to teach our kids to be strong in the face of racism. He went on to use himself as an example. Mind you, if you know anything about the Kennedys, you know so those people have boohoo cash. You understand me? Those people, they have generational wealth, right? I think his granddad used to be involved in drugs. You understand? drugs. You know, I hope YouTube does. But he's, according to what's out there, information. This is not something that I'm making up myself.
Kennedy's, Robert Kennedy's grandfather was Ambassador Joseph P. Kennedy Sr. Read this. Joseph P. Kennedy had his wealth increased to 100. This is by 1935. His wealth had increased to $180 million, equivalent to $4 billion in 2023. He also acquired enough capital to establish million-dollar trust funds for each of his 9 children that guarantee lifelong financial independence. From History.com. And it talked about how Joseph Kennedy amassed as well. First of all, he was a bootlegger with the mafia, had his money in other things. Do you just walk right past camera? I gotcha. So go ahead. All right, yeah, I'm just going through here, y'all. Look at it. Look at this right here. Kennedy sold his liquor franchise a decade later. He walked away with $8.2 million, more than $100 million in today's dollars. All right, let me just keep going on here. I'm just going on while I'm sitting here looking at how he made his money. So that's how Kennedy made his money. Do y'all know what this is? This right here, y'all, is the Kennedy compound in Hyannisport, Massachusetts. This is the compound. This is where the Kennedy family traveled. This is where they played football. Y'all know there were no crosses being burned at the Kennedy family compound. That none of those things were actually happening there. You do know how rich they were. Then when JFK is killed on November 22nd, 1963, his brother Robert F. Kennedy then becomes the leader of the family because the dad had a stroke. So the thing was passed down. So it was Ambassador Kennedy, eldest son had gotten killed, had died before. Then it was JFK. Then it was RFK. And then after RFK was killed in June 1968, Teddy, the youngest boy, here you got this white man who took heroin in college, standing before a group of black people, telling them that, oh, we should just raise them to be like the Avengers, just shake the racism off. Just, they need to be able to just, be resilient. You can't show me a Kennedy who could have withstood the racism and the bigotry that any regular, ordinary black person had to endure and still survived.
So according to the news that is out there, his dad started out in some gang activities. He tried to wash his money and get his money clean. He was still never accepted by the elite group of people because obviously they knew his background, the backdrop of how he got the money. That's the grandfather I'm talking. Anyway, they had ways of getting around that, so he ended up washing his money, and then now they are being accepted in a group that they were not accepted before. Okay? The white people, them have different hierarchy, and obviously the black people not even upon that hierarchy. So we were so far down the bottom. Anyway, that's how the family got their money, and each of JFK and his not RFK. So the RFK's granddaddy do all of that. So all of his 9 kids. So that would be RFK, uncle, and his dad. The amount of money they get from their dad to set them up for life. So they had the money to afford them to live a certain lifestyle and not to be exposed to certain things. Because when you have money as a white person, certain things you're eliminated from. You don't want to see certain things. But on the other hand, as a black person, even if you have money, cash, as a black person, you will still be certain things would not be cut off from you. You'll still experience certain type of discrimination or whatever. So no matter how much money you have as a black person. Anyway, what I was saying about RFK, he began by telling these people his experience as a Catholic, because his granddad was the first Catholic member of parliament. That's not what they call him in the US. But his granddad was one something. If it's not a Senate representative or the House, or one of them, his granddad was one of those. But these people have money. So he was saying his dad was one of the first Catholic to hold such high position, and because of that he experienced a lot of racism, but he was strong and resilient, and he didn't make whatever name call people would name call him or whatever it is that people would say to discriminate him. He just lets that bounces off his back, because that does, of course, it doesn't bounce off your back. We're not a millionaire. What people can do, the upset, you guys were born into privilege, and then you're sitting down telling a lot of black folks what they are to do with their kids so that their kids can be more resilient. Guys, at some point I'm gonna insert the clip of what I'm speaking of so you can have an idea, because maybe I'm rambling on and you don't understand what I'm saying. So I'm gonna insert a video clip so that you can see what this rambling that I'm doing is about. Because how dare you, as a non-black person, you want to come and tell a black person of their whatever it is that they feel and what they're going through. It's like you have this great plan, say, oh, just forget about it, don't think about it, it's like water on a duck's back. That doesn't work in the black community. I'm sure. How can you not be aware of that, RFK? Like, and he's telling people like, we need to, our kids need to be more resilient, and so that the effects of racism doesn't affect that, and they can just blow it off. And they need to have, when they have a business in the neighborhood, such as the barber shops or a dance studio, they want to have people who they can look up to. So black people only the barbering, and dance studio. Like, why you think that's the only thing that black children can learn from role models in the community? Yeah, a barber shop or a cook shop. Like, sometimes I don't know. It's like these people have too much.
I remember crosses being burned when I was a kid against an anti-Catholic president. A lot of other, I was called
What annoys me,
a Mick, a mackerel snatcher, all these anti-Catholic slurs when I was a kid. And it never bothered me.
even me through the
If somebody called me that, I would think that guy's got a problem. But I didn't think I have a problem.
just sit around.
And that because I had a great education, I had a family who loved me, I had role models in my country, I had confidence in my own future.
What it is like.
Oh, those kind of things had no impact
Guys,
on
I
me.
don't know how these people sat and listened.
And that's the kind of resilience that we want to give
But I
the
would be
black
interested.
American children,
How can they just
so that they have so much confidence in their own future that when they do encounter the inevitable racism, that it will bounce off them, that they'll be, like the Avengers, they'll be immune to it. And then we don't have to stop racism altogether, because we're never going to be able to do that, but we can have children that are not affected by it, that don't internalize it, that don't see it as their problem. They see it as the person who's racist problem.
Because in this time period that we're living in, that's all we have got to be. We have always got to be resilient to get through. Not true. We have to be resilient to get through. So what I'm going to do, I'm people sitting around him looking so silly. I don't know how they hold their composure. How come none of them didn't get upset? But I think what happened when some people are sitting in groups with other people where they think that the person is better than them because they have money and because they have status, people probably don't want to speak up because they don't know what the repercussion might be, if there's gonna be repercussions. So people just sit back and just let the stupid man. I can't do stupidity, people, I tell you. Because if I'm gonna be sitting down and listening to someone speak such rubbish to me, it would be best if I don't put myself in that situation. Because how dare you come and tell people how to be resilient? What you know about resilience? You need to go and speak to your people and let them know what it is that they need to nip this thing in the bud. Because only your people can stop racism, because you and your people are the one that created it. You and your people are the one that created it. And although I have decided to just take a back seat from all these political things that are going on, sometimes it's quite hard to just sit back and not say nothing, because you're wondering how, whatever it is that you're seeing, why is it that other people are not able to see it? But anyway, guys, thanks for listening to me rambling on. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and I'm going.
I believe we as black people living in this current time right now are in such a pivotal position that we won't understand the impact that I have on our people until future generations from now. And I fully believe if we don't decide how we want to collectively move forward within the next 10 to 20 years, we're going to be in trouble for another 500. And the reason I say that is because we have access to information, endless communication, and technologies our ancestors could only dream of. I could talk to any black person anywhere on the planet, whether they're in Zimbabwe, Mozambique, Haiti, Baltimore, Houston, doesn't fucking matter. Also, we have the luxury of being able to see everything our ancestors have done up to this point and look at it like a playbook, seeing where they went right, seeing where they went wrong, and applying our current understanding and technology to it for our benefit. And we are living in such a limbo age right now to where some of the most important technology of our future is currently being decided on how it's going to be implemented through society. Things such as AI and certain surveillance technologies. If we as black people don't jump on that technology right now and leverage it for our own personal gain, it's going to quickly spiral out of control and get into the hands of our oppressors and get to a point to where it's going to make it more difficult than ever for us to ever get a chance to achieve real self-sufficiency and freedom. So I say all that to say that we have the opportunity to go down as one of the greatest generations our people have ever known. And we have to seriously consider putting some belt to ass within the next couple of decades if we want our kids and grandkids to live in a world to where their people control their own resources and narratives. And if a lot of us have to really ask ourselves, how do we want to be remembered?